tfdirect.com.
Hey guys, this is Hans from the Eclectic Podcast, and today we're going to take a look at something near and dear to my heart. This is a set of the KO G1 Dinobots. I got these from tf-direct.com, so let's go ahead and we'll take a look at these one by one, and I'll give you an in-depth review. So there's going to be 5 videos altogether, just to let you know, because I'm going to do them one by one. Yeah, and maybe I'll put together one big one at the end. Anyways, but check it out. Hey guys, alright, today we're taking a look at Dinobot Desert Warrior Snarl. This is the 4th out of our 5 of our figures here. Just get a look at the top there. The side, of course, the nostalgic old school artwork on the back. And let's take a look at this here. If you guys want to read that, you can pause on it. A little bit of rub on that box there. Let's go ahead, let's get them out of the package. And one of the YouTubers that have been watching, they were commenting on how everything is contained within. And yeah, everything is within the packaging itself. And most of them came with staples. This guy looks like it was glued. The clamshell was glued on. Let's see here. Let's go through this part first. Sticker sheet. Yep. There's his rub sign. Let's see what they give us this time. Should be Autobot. They've all been Autobot so far. Oh, these things are so hard to... I don't know if the camera's picking that up. I can tell it. I mean that it is Autobot. It's not Decepticon, so that's a good thing. Of course, your instructions. Let's set these off to the side for a second. Oh, he's got some heft to him. He is heavy, heavy. It's all die cast back in here on this red part. Get that out of the way. Alright, now he's got a test. Let's see. See if we can get one of these off of here. Rocket launcher fires. I don't know if it's supposed to mount on his legs like that or not, but anyways, we'll go ahead from here and we'll go ahead and we'll get them all stickered up. Be right back. Alright guys, here he is all stickered up. And one thing I'll say right off the bat, most of these, I mean, they've had some issues, but for the most part, they've been pretty solid. This guy, if you look here, this tail, the way it rests on here, it makes it too tall. And let me see if I can get a close-up of that. You look right there. The tail, and I think part of that is the table's on level. Let's show it on this side, get you a better angle. The tail sits too far down, so this leg never quite hits the ground. And there's not much you can do about that. So just so you know, I mean, the gold down here on this end, that's going to end up scraping a lot, and you can already see there's some scrapes that are taking place. But yeah, not a huge deal, but just so you're aware of that. If you happen to get this mold, expect that to happen. Readjust the camera here. Okay. So, I mean, he looks good though. You've got some flaking on some of the chrome already, but that's going to happen with the gold. He looks really sharp in dinosaur mode. Like I said, I mean, most of the time that's how these guys traveled. They were always in dinosaur mode. So, yeah, I don't have an issue with it. I think it looks great. Let's go ahead and let's go in for transformation. And before I do that, I guess, let's take a look at him kind of up close. I like this red die cast here. It's so heavy. The head split. There was a couple stickers that I didn't put on just because I had no idea where they were going to go. But, yeah. Yeah, let's transform them. To begin with, you're going to pull these legs here. Pull them out because they are just on springs. Oh, come on. And they go perfectly into place right there. Come on, clear it. Clear it. Clear it. There we go. Catching on that back leg. And you want to separate the head, which there's a lot of extra gold chrome plating in there. Makes it a little bit tough. Pull this section out. And this is really delicate, like this whole column in here, right where this ab section's at, feels really kind of fragile. Let's see if I can get this out. Spread apart the thighs slightly. Just give them a bit of a wider stance. Now this is kind of interesting, and because I never had this as a kid, like I'm not used to how this works, but the fists are actually just spring-loaded underneath there. So you just pull those back, and you can move these to the front, because this will actually be the front of the torso here. Let's put this section back here. Again, chrome is pretty heavily plated. This is another part where I had some issues, and I was kind of worried about kind of being a bit more delicate with it. Let me adjust this real quick. This is kind of on a double hinge in here. When you pull that, you work this, and it feels really thin. And I might be able to get that lower, but I don't trust it. And then what I do is I go back from in here and push on his head. Push it up through there. Pull it up so it clicks. That's as far back as I'm willing to try and work that back. Then what you want to do, and I only found like this rotation here on this torso only works one way. So it's not that one. That one gives too much resistance here. Nope, not that way. Guess it is this way. Get them rotated. Collapse them down. And stickers are coming off. Stupid stickers. Get repro labels. Save yourself some heartache. These stickers don't work so well. Okay. So yeah, make sure that those are kind of worked out. Oh, you stupid sticker. Stay. Stay there. But there he is. All nicely transformed. He doesn't have a whole lot in the way of articulation. Like these guys don't. That's all there is to it. They're not going to be like fully posable, crazy masterpiece figures like what we're used to right now. But There he is. Let's see if we can get a close-up of that face sculpt there, because I think that looks really cool. It looks good. Now let's see. Let's see what we got for weapons and what'll work. So we have his gun here. Plugs in fine. His sword. Doesn't plug in so good. Let's see if we try and swap that. Second plugs in okay there. Nope, that's not going to work. I mean, yeah, you probably could get it to work. You probably sand some of that down. Get some of that worked out to where you can get that as a little bit smaller just to go in there. The other thing, the missile launcher, although it does fire, well, it did fire. There we go. Okay, although it does fire, it will not peg into these holes on the side. Again, I mean, that's something you could fix. You could go in and just sand some of these things down to where they will fit. But again, I mean, he's just another part of the collection, and I think it looks great. I never had him as a kid, and I really do enjoy seeing them as a set. Robot mode, if you look at his silhouette here, he's kind of tilted back. I'm not sure. I guess you can kind of straighten him up a little bit, but he's got that lean back. But there's no elbows or anything like that. I mean, especially with the way the arms are, they're kind of stunted. They barely come out past his chest. But he looks pretty cool, and like I said, I mean, with every single one of these so far, I don't plan on keeping him in robot mode. He's going to go in dinosaur mode and pretty much stay there. But I think it looks great. He's got some issues, but they all do. They're knockoffs, and I mean, they're considering for the price, they're really very cheap. You can't beat it. Get them for roughly about 45 bucks a piece. Nothing better. Let's get him back into dinosaur mode, and then get him with his brothers all together. His brothers, his brethren. Those that he's taken the vow for. They're just too dumb to understand what they're doing. That's all there is to it. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Flip the head back again. Again, like I said, work this very carefully. So tight. So tight. Pull that up. Rotate that around. Ooh. That column, man. That thing is so scary that it supports everything. But those legs around. Yeah. I don't know why that does not want to turn. Rotate, you bastard. Sticker's coming off. Hooray! Gotta get repros. It's kind of a funky action there, just the way that those go together, but can see right there some more shipping. Oh, come on. Another thing too, like just kind of as a side note, with my newly found obsession with these Transformers, especially some of these old school ones, I'm also starting to collect the Fans Toys Masterpiece Iron Dinobots. And so after I finish up this series, I think we'll start moving on to some other stuff. I've also got the Bumblebee and stuff, but I got a bunch of Transformers coming up. I've said that before. Let me get his brother in here so we can get a hero shot of all of them together. Alright guys, here they are all together so far. 4 out of the 5, meaning we've only got Grimlock left. So I hope you guys have been enjoying these, because I've been enjoying doing them. Again, and I've said this before, and I'm sure if you guys have watched the other videos, you know where to get them. But if you do decide you want your own set, you can get them at www.tf-direct.com. Use the code TEP5 and save yourself $5 off any of your orders of $55 or more. And I'll say it again, those guys do an excellent job of taking care of us, especially those of us that really like these Transformers, especially for the imports. And with the KOs, I mean, they're honest about it. They tell you, hey, this is a KO, this is what it's going to be. They're not going to try and rape you like some of the guys will on eBay, those types of things. But also, check out the podcast if you get a chance, if you're interested in some nerdy stuff, or sometimes, you know, we have some social topics too. And you can get those at www.theeclecticpodcast.com. Follow me on Twitter at TheEclecticPod, and you can follow TF Direct at TF Direct on Twitter. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Post comments if you have any questions or anything like that about the figures themselves. If you want to chat with me, anything like that, feel free to post below. Subscribe to the channel and like the video. Thanks. Peace.